For that reason, he has established a system that there will be banks and there will be bank manager. You tell me who is the banks here? Banks are sampradaya. Like Brahmadeva Gauda Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, Sri Sampradaya, Kumar Sampradaya. All these great devotees are heading these sampradaya. Here you consider this example as a bank, right? Like State Bank of India. Many banks are there, right? So they are like sampradaya. The possessor of bhakti wealth, suppose Reserve Bank. Supreme Personality of Godhead, suppose the government will be distributing these funds to the beneficiaries. How one person will get the subsidized or whatever welfare fund? He will have to approach the bank. That means you must approach to a sampradaya. Is it correct? Your understanding? You must approach it through a sampradaya. So this is essential because the divine principle is created by the Lord Himself. Dharmam tu sakyat bhagavat pranitam. These principles is created by God. God know how He can distribute His wealth of devotion. So He has created this sampradaya. Who are these sampradaya held by? His great devotees, Brahmaji, to whom He has given the Vedic knowledge first. Then from Brahma it came to Narada. From Narada, Vyasadeva. In this disciplic succession, Madhvacharya came. From Madhvacharya, in this disciplic succession, Lord again Himself, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is in the form of a devotee, He came. So this sampradaya is called Brahma Madhva Gauda Sampradaya. So here there are many banks, many branches all over India. Suppose this is State Bank of India, right? Which one? Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. Okay. So here many branches you can see all over India, right? So one of the branch you have to go, right? You have to meet the manager and you have to request. He will give a form. You will fill all the details in that form, right? Once bank manager will validate all the things whatever you are saying is correct. So in this process, a pure devotee will validate. Are you truly following devotional service? Are you interested to preserve devotion in you? Tatra lollam api mulyam. Do you have this qualification? Do you have intense greed to get devotion? This is the first and foremost thing Lord Krishna expect from you. What is that? Tatra lolyam api mulyam. Then there are further things bank manager like here your guru will explain that you have to meet these criteria. And you have to do, you have to, you might have to do some things which is ready with you or you are whatever requirements, right? You have to fulfill the requirements. So what are those? Usthaha. The first one is Usthaha. Nishchaya. So here in this sloka, the Nishchaya, fully determination is very much important. Usthaha, Nishchaya and Dharjya are the four pillars. Utsaha, Nishchaya, dharya. So utsaha, nischaya, dharya and tat karma pravartanat. Following regulated devotional service with utmost enthusiasm and determinations. While practicing this tat karma pravartanat, regulated devotional service, you must have patience. There are some people who practice sometimes with great enthusiasm, and some other time they don't do. They say that nothing is happening. So Krishna consciousness, you have come into this material pool since a very, very long time. How long? We don't know. Since time immemorial. Very, very long time. Bahu joni भ्रमिनाथ लयनु शरण निज गुणे कर हे अधम तारण. So बहुजनी भ्रमिनाथ संसारे भ्रमिते कोन भाग्यवान जय गुरु कृष्ण प्रसाद पाए भक्ति लता बीज. Long time we have traveled in 84 species of life, one after the other. So, do you think that it will be so easy to get the reflections of devotional service instantly, which you have practiced abhyasa from a long time? Just take an example. Suppose you are smoking. Will give it up in one day? It will take time for you yourself, even though you try. Whatever habit, suppose you are watching cricket. Can you just give up it in the next day? But yes, it is possible also. When your determination is so strong, you can take a constant. Dhruva's determination as the say the absolute determination. Suppose super determination. Now, how much you say your determination is compared to Dhruva's determination, right? So we have to be very determined and be patient. The result will come, but it will take time. The more serious on your practice of Krishna consciousness or abhyasa, vairagya are those two tools. But if you are result oriented, then your abhyasa and vairagya will be disturbed. Vairagya need, the first and foremost thing is that sarva sankalpa varjitaha. Yes, this is another important concept. Sarva sankalpa varjita. Then we'll give up all the desire. Is it possible? Here is the problem. What is that problem? Sarva sankalpa varjita we cannot give up. Because keeping a desire is inbuilt within us. We cannot give up desire, but we can transform them. We can change them. Raso varja rasa api paradrushta nivrittante. You are having a wrong desire. Now you will be having a right desire. But you cannot give up desire. Why? Willing, feeling, thinking is your consciousness. How can you change that? Willing or desiring. You can desire, instead of desiring for sense gratification, you can desire for the gratification of Krishna. Nija sukha bhali Krishna sukha chaite have. You have to nija sukha bhali Krishna sukha cha. Give up desiring of your pleasure, desire Krishna's pleasure. Understood? You can desire so many things to do a building, houses, lands, big plan you can do for yourself. That is desire. But when you change it to the desire of Sri Guru, then what will happen? Is that desire will be a blocker for Krishna consciousness? If you desire it for Guru and Krishna, no, it is never a blocker. But it is a process, or it is an eligibility to get this devotion. You understood? So this is one qualification, that your desire are now transformed. So bank manager will see you are meeting this requirement. Your bank manager is sampradaya. In that sampradaya, the guru will see you are desiring the requirement. You are now working for the pleasure and of Guru and Krishna. Take the example, Guru Maharaj in his lecture in Manipur, he gave this lecture in 11th or 10th of November 2020, that this University of Bhagavad culture. So University of the Bhagavad culture is the biggest umbrella Sripad gave, that everyone can come into this banner. Science and philosophy must be applied for the service of the Lord. So there is that people are very much interested in sense gratifications. Sometimes their every skill, even if science or philosophy or any other things, art, culture, whatever they have, they all are interested in sense gratification, which is called Vishnu Maya. And because of that, people have forgotten Krishna. You have forgotten Krishna means you are into Vishnu Maya. And what is that Vishnu Maya? Is that you will be engage yourself in sense gratification through all that skills you have. All that skills. You have science, spirituality, you have whatever religion also. You might have religious background, whatever. Everything you will use for dharma, artha, in kama. Understanding? So what is that? In that way, that we will not be able to glorify the Lord. However, when all these things are engaged in glorifying Supreme Personality of Godhead, then that is called real Bhagavad culture. You will be connected to God. Right? So the bank manager will see that how you can be connected to God. The ācārya here is the bank manager. He will see, are you eligible to connected to God, and how you will be connected to God, what you will be doing, in what banner, in what sampradaya, in how, what everything. He will see for you, allow you to fill the forms and give you the directions. You need to do this, right? So Bhagavat culture teaches that whatever talent, ability, skills you may have can all be utilized in the glorification of the Supreme Lord. You can be a great mathematician, you can be a physicist, you can be a biologist, you can be a philosopher, you can be a dancer, you can be a great singer, you can be a poet. Like Valmiki was a great poet who wrote Ramayana. Like Vyasadeva, a great writer who wrote all the scriptures, and they become immortal by glorifying Supreme Personality of Godhead and got first class devotions. So that is the process, that when all of these devotees they engaged in glorifying Supreme Personality of Godhead through this Bhagavad culture, then The main focus of this Bhagavad culture to cultivate moral and spiritual values through the applications of the various skills, be it in Bhaktivedanta Institute, in our Bhagavata Culture University, which Guru Maharaj given this lecture, in spiritual science, applied spiritual science and technology to realize the life and activities of the divine sages, their life and character as explained in this Bhagavata Purana. We must realize it. And for that, Guru Maharaj gave 18 departments, 18 various departments. Among them, you may say that no, I don't have scientific background, we cannot do this or this. You may say that. But there are many departments where you don't need all this, engineering, medical, scientific background. Simply, certain departments like Guru Maharaj wanted the College of Sankirtan. So for that, if you don't have scientific engineering background, you can do that. Achinta Veda Veda Niketana. Vaiṣṇava Theology School. Sanskrit School of Language. Then Bhagavata Art and Sculpture School. Vedic Mantra Recitation School. Varnashrama College for Brahmachari and Grihastha. Vedavyasa Library. If you want to establish this as a part of Bhagavata Culture University, establish a department anywhere at your scope. So by this, we'll gradually have a big umbrella where the Bhagavad culture to glorify Supreme Personality of Godhead will be established. So this basic requirement is that you have to work for rasavarja, rasapi, paradrushtani person. Yes, I just told those who is not having the skills of science, spirituality, and science and technologies. If you have science and technologies, there are many departments like this Bhakti Vedanta Institute, where we study science, religion, publish books, do seminar, conferences, and we have college for Vedanta and science. This department coming under University of Bhagavad Culture, two most prominent science wings in Vedanta and science. Vedanta is first. Through Vedanta, we understand scientific knowledge. That is called what you say, top down. But in Bhakti Vedanta Institute, we facilitate people who are like Nobel laureate, top scientists, through their bottom of knowledge, understand the top. Through science, understand God. Through God, understand science. These are two major different to understand this. To understand this difference between Vedanta and science and BI. But you don't understand this way, that in a BI only bottom up. No, bottom up for those who are in bottom up approach. All those practitioners of BI are all top down only. We are practicing devotional service, through that we are understanding science and religion together. So anyway, so these two departments at the primary science department, apart from Guru Maharaj gave many other, total 18 departments, 8 which I said can be established without science, without having a deeper knowledge of science or engineering. However, apart from these 8, these 10 which I will be informing now, The two most important are, what are they? Bhakti Vedanta Institute and Vedanta and Science. College of Bhagavat Science and Philosophy. Those who are more into the philosophies, so they can systematically read Bhagavatam through this college or through this department. Bhagavata Science and Philosophy. By reading the life history of these great sages. In philosophy, whom we are reading? Socrates, Aristotle, Pluto, all these, right? But in this college of Bhagavat Science and Philosophy, you can also read them, but relate them from the great saints, ācāryas, explained in Bhagavata Science and Philosophy. Then, College of Interreligious Study. Then, Theobiology, Biomedical Ethics Department, Dhanvantari School of Medicine, Ayurveda, Naturopathy, Yogic Science, Healthcare. Then, so these are more into your science, engineering and medical related departments. So now you can transfer your desire. So Guru Maharaj gave this big university of Bhagavat culture to engage your desire, to change your desire. You cannot stop your desire. Those who have tried to stop their desire in a speculative process, they have taken millions of years, yet not successful. Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mam prapadyante. It is not maybe possible, but it will take long time to be freed from all these desires. Dukkham aptu ajagataha. Because they are not connected to God, that process is very painful. And it takes a long time to get perfection into that. So that is how it is essential that one must be face to face with an ācārya who can give a directions how to transform your desire. So face to face is here in this sloka. It is explained that Sādhu is like the sun. Whoever seen Sri Sripad Guru Maharaj, Prabhupada, suppose you might have not seen. Seen Sri Sripad, we all have seen. By seeing him, the darkness, the unlimited desires dissipate from you. And he gives you the directions that how you can engage yourselves in pleasing Supreme Personality of Godhead. He has created such a big house where everybody can rest. Everybody can desire anything to be engaged in pleasing Kṛṣṇa through this university of Bhagavat culture. So you have to replace your desire with a divine desire. You cannot all of a sudden stop all of your desire. And that is a long process, and it will be also very painful during practice. It takes millions of the year to become success. Understood? So that is why it is essential to take the shelter of Sādhu. Sādhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra ka, Labh Matra Sādhu Sanghe Sarva Siddhi hai. So just a moment of association of such pure devotee who can transform your heart and engage yourself into pure devotional platforms of services by which you can abandon these association of these influences of non-devotees who influences you to do kama. Kamasya na indriya pritti labho jivita javata. You just have to sustain your body. Whatever required to sustain your body, that also to sustain your body, don't take anything which is against Krishna consciousness. Pratikula varjanam. Don't eat food outside. Right? Pratikula varjanam. Don't associate with these people who are too much interested in women and all these things, money. Right? So these are the teachings of Rupa Goswami. By this process, when you do sadhu sangha, then with anya vilasita suna jnana karmadhyana pratama anukulyena Kṛṣṇa anushīlanam bhakti uttama. First class devotional service. When this bank manager sanctions, yes, this person is now having all the requirements, then the money from the Reserve Bank will credit it to your account. The devotion from Lord Krishna will transform to your heart through the devotee. Jevasila Vaishnavera Nikote Sradhaya Tahara Hrudaye Prema Avasya Haive Uday Vaishnava Dehete Thake Shri Kṛṣṇera Shakti Sei Shakti Vale Haya Anye Kṛṣṇa Bhakti. Krishna, even though he is the treasurer of all the devotion, he has given the responsibility to distribute this through his devotees. And his potency of devotion is lying within the heart of the devotee. When one associates with the devotee, that devotion can transform to the fellow devotee. The person who is interested to get devotion must approach a first class devotee. By his engagement in this Krishna consciousness service, he will allow you to get engaged in this Krishna consciousness service, and your desire will get a suitable platform to be transformed to please Krishna, and you will be getting devotion. Then Sweda, Kampa, Asru, Romancha, all these will manifest. You have to have that patience. Romancha, Kampasru, Taranga Bhajo, Bande Guru Sri Charanaravindam. By serving such spiritual master, Vaishnavas, we will get Romancha, Pulaka, Asru, all will be manifesting as the symptoms of love getting developed in you. And you will enjoy the transcendental bliss of devotion in your life. And that way you will understand that you are progressing in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. Any questions? Prabhuji? Any questions? Okay, no questions, then we can conclude for today. जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, गुरु महाराज श्री श्रीपाद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे।